look, I will show you on this podcast today
Mm-hmm.
what it. We'll let Kelly
Kelly's my team
control
now,
the
so the goal is
direction. All right,
to
but like we'll.
like we literally went to an event yesterday, right? I love to do stuff like that, more stuff like that. Kelly and I did an event. We did 2 events last.
We did 2 events last year. Oh, you came to one of them.
Did you start it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
So,
hey guys.
That being said, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, close your eyes for a little bit and take a deep breath. And we're gonna lose it up. Just relax. Whatever is in your mind, clear it out. Let it flow. Let it go. Right now, we're about to have an amazing episode where both of you are going to conquer your expertise, and you have a great opportunity to share this with the people that you love and help them grow their lives to another level.
Perfect. Thank you. You rock.
Perfect. So.
Let me put my phone away, right?
Yep. Put it on do not disturb.
No, yeah, I have a guy who's meeting me here at 12, and he hopefully knows how to get here. So we're fine. I told him back office to the right. That's fine.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode. Today we're going to have an amazing conversation. We have 2 amazing guests. We got Gabriel Flete and Jamie Miller. Guys, welcome to the show. And let's start by sharing whatever is on your mind right now. What's on your mind?
Okay.
Oh yeah. I've been working with Jamie Miller now for a couple months, and I've known you for now almost a year, right? I believe.
Well, longer than that, technically through Ross.
Oh really?
If you think about
it. The boss. Yes, Ross is my friend. Fish store. When was the last time you talked to him?
It's been a minute, but
really?
but I love his whole family.
Yeah. He's amazing. He has amazing energy. That's crazy. Yeah. So I guess we've known each other through each other through other people for a while, but. I was talking to you about the public speaking stuff, right? We wanted to talk about that. So that's kind of a goal of mine. I want to try to be get in front of big crowds. I used to do it when I worked at Wells Fargo. I had I used to sell payroll, like software, like ADP paychecks, and I covered 100 Wells Fargos, like between coast to coast, basically. And once a quarter they would put 1,000 business bankers in front of they go to an auditorium, and I would talk about my product and stuff. So it was pretty cool, and it was awesome because I knew it was all the bankers I work with, right? I would see them maybe once a year or something, but imagine going to a room and it's 1,000 people and you know every single person in that room. Isn't that trippy? I mean, I'm sure that happens. That's you. That's your life.
No, so here's what comes up to me for me. Like when you say you want to do public speaking, all right? And Kelly and I were actually talking beforehand about how I had an argument with my sister recently. This will tie in. And she goes, you did next to nothing for a business plan, Jamie. And I said, I'm really offended. All right. And she goes, why are you offended? I said, because I didn't do next to nothing. I did nothing.
Yeah.
So I actually saw a TikTok, not my words, but someone else, it made sense. Every single business person on the planet, when they've had success, the success that they had, the biggest success, wasn't put down on their original business plan. All right, and I'm going to turn this into Kelly's nodding her head. Yes, as I say that, and here's what the deal is. Okay, if you think, I want to public speak, and it takes you doing a formulated approach, I'm here to tell you,
just do it, huh? Like the Nike commercial.
You can speak. I will speak in front of and genuinely, and perception and reality are so.
It just happened right now.
Look. I'm showing it. Have I shown an energy to you that I'm happy to be here? Do I seem like I'm working and not enjoying myself? No, I'm enjoying myself. I'm working. I'm going to give the same energy here that I'm going to give in 13 days at UWM Live in front of 6,000 people, however many people show up. My point is this.
We should go to that one.
Enjoy the journey. Okay.
Yeah.
If you say you want to public speak, you get invited to offices, and I'm going to let all your audience and one strategy that really works well when you want to get speaking engagements. Don't ask for a speaker fee. So many people will ask me for a speaker, what's my speaker fee? I say, you're going to love me. If it takes me traveling, I'm just take care of flights, accommodation.
I love a free trip.
But the lesson is this: any other aspiring speakers who listen in, if you want to speak, every event has a finite budget, all right, for speakers. Well, look at it as an opportunity. You get in front of rooms if they like you as a speaker, which thankfully I'm blessed that people do, you're in front of people who host their own events, and then you get more and more and more events. If you ask for a speaker fee, you're now putting yourself in competition with other speakers for a finite budget that they have, meaning that you could miss the opportunity.
Yeah, you're too expensive, or
So if you say, hey, I'm budget friendly, just take care of flights, accommodation, and you're not out of pocket 1 cent, and you're going to enjoy the public talk.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's brilliant. I like
And
that. It's good advice.
Well, I just think everyone thinks transactional, like what can I get? And I'm just like,
you go into even like not knowing, right? Maybe you're okay with that, but you just don't think about that, right? You're like, hey, I'm okay actually doing it that way, but like you're in the back of your mind, like I should ask for it, so they kind of overthink that piece. And maybe
no, I just don't get. Look, if someone thinks that I need to have, I've been paid 25 grand to speak on stages, or 84 grand to do a virtual talk from my breakfast table. It's not that I've never got a fee. It's just it's not the
goal.
And I would rather them not. And once you've built up talks and stuff, and you capture the footage, you then you then get the credibility piece.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know, in that regard, I thought I had it on silent. I apologize.
You're good, bro.
There you go.
Oh my God.
So the idea, Gabe, you're saying you want public speaking. So this is me in abundance. Go to small offices, big offices. You're not an introvert.
Yeah,
You've got people like Kelly in your life that can be like, hey, I'm going to have Gabe come and speak at your office, share some wisdom. What you should care about is mastering your craft when you're speaking in front of rooms, and test out what are the predictable outcomes you get. I know every talk I give, it's not scripted. It doesn't come across as scripted to the audience, but I know every reaction I'm going to get at different points during my talk. And it's just studying the audience and knowing if I start this way, this is what will most likely happen.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Then you have to learn the key intricacies. If I can make it less, like, I know that we'll go to some questions, but since you bring up public speaking, I'm going to let you know 2 lessons that speakers struggle with. And I know it because it took me decades to get to a place of learning this. The first hardest thing to overcome is this: not reacting when you don't get a reaction. I repeat, not reacting when if you want a reaction from a room and you don't get it, if you say things such as, did you guys not drink your coffee? Has somebody died? You are now fishing for an energy in the room that is not there. Meaning, as a speaker, you're now selling the room and they don't want to be sold. Your best thing is not to react at all. And it's not easy, yet I've got myself to a place now, when you don't react and afterwards you stick around and you speak to people, you can actually give people genuine compliments. I'll bet you money that if you think about every successful person you've ever come across, every successful person, they're just the most observant people in front of you, and they're poker faces, and they just listen. Anyone who's got major money.
Yeah, you're right. They do. Remember that particular, yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm.
They're not, across the board, from me studying successful people, they don't give away their hand. They don't
100%.
want, the people who talk a lot about the money they have, never have it.
Yeah, no,
the people who have a lot of wealth, they don't show emotion. So here's what I use.
Yeah, remember my buddy? We went to go visit the guy at the 82 unit.
Yep.
Yeah, he was just very like stone faced. Yeah. He was like waiting for you to talk.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's what.
Yeah.
So consciously, for any aspiring speaker or public speaker, use it as a gift for yourself. If you don't get a reaction from the room that you're looking for, after the talk, approach that person and give them a compliment. I'll go up to them, hey, well done. I'm like, well done. And they look at me like, what? I'm like, you have to be successful. Have to be. You didn't react. You were a poker face the entire time that I was up there. They let their guard down because I'm praising them, honor something. And even if they live under a bridge, they still love me. Why? Because I'm complimenting them based on a trait.
Yeah, exactly.
So it comes across with good tonality. So I'm glad that Kelly's saying, "Oh, I didn't know that about speaking to."
Oh yeah, I always say, I'm like, man, you're a stone-faced killer, Like I'm like, dang, like.
The second part of speaking that is crucial, and I think this is why I'm particularly sought out from my side personally. Most speakers in rooms are not interactive with the audience. All right, most speakers do what I call one-way traffic. So they just basically are teaching an audience. You can teach an audience too much. All right? I teach an audience lessons, what individual words they can implement. But if you teach too much, you will not gain any action taken afterwards. If Kelly gets in front of a room and teaches people, this is how I invest in real estate, let me share something with you and educate you, here's what that audience thinks. Thank you, Kelly. You just taught me so much. I'm going to go and take what you taught me and apply it in life.
Bye-bye.
And Kelly in her head is going to be like, well, hold on a minute. I shared this. There's actually way more. In order for them to understand that there's way more, it takes Kelly or you when you're speaking to pose this question of the room. And it's a very simple one. Hey guys, I've got 45 minutes with you. I'm going to teach you a lot. Can we all just appreciate I can't teach you everything in 45 minutes? That if you don't have that, which a lot of speakers don't have that question in their interaction with the room, if you ask that question, it's less likely that people will come up to you afterwards saying, thank you, you just taught me everything I need to know. In fact, they're more likely to come up to you and say, hey, I know there's more. How does that all work?
How do I get more information? Yeah, exactly. No, that makes
Do you
sense.
see it? So, and again, so basically, first thing, don't react if you don't get a reaction. Second thing, you want to do a dance with the audience between teaching and selling. How that works is you make it interactions with your room in questions. So, was that helpful for your public speaking side?
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Now, in terms of a podcast, Kelly, I know you said you had a couple of questions. Is there anything that...
I do have one.
Can we have a hard stop in 5 minutes?
What's that?
Hard stop in 5 minutes? That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
cool.
tell me.
I'm
I'm
I have a
hopefully...
client meeting, so...
I will take over and we can continue.
Yeah.
I have
absolutely.
a client meeting, so I was hoping to use office. So
Oh,
yeah.
So guys, how do you each
And plus, you have to not speak to.
So how do you each define success when it comes to building meaningful long-term relationships in both of your fields?
That's a good question. I feel like when I can, just kind of text them. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. What do you think?
Okay. I have a little bit of a different take on this than most, and I was thankful that I recently experienced this. My definition of success is this. My daughter, who I love dearly, she had a trip for theater and chorus to Tampa and then to New York, 7 days in a row. And a few months beforehand, the teachers in front of my daughter and all the theater troupe, and the director said, any parents wanting to, do you have any parents who can chaperone? And my daughter immediately raised her hand and said, my dad will do it. And here's my definition of success. It's the fact that my daughter can turn around to me and say, Dad, will you come to Tampa in New York? And I got to say, yes. And success to me is Elon Musk could say, Jamie, I want to fly you to the moon to go and give a talk. And I'm like, if it's these dates, it ain't happening. Success is the ability to do, everyone would say it in the terms, do what you want when you want. No, it's not the money. It's the
freedom.
It comes down to the freedom.
Yeah.
But it also comes down to this. I'm selfish. Now, if you clip this up, I'm selfish, and you don't put the context, it doesn't look so great. But if I get to elaborate, here's how I'm selfish. This morning, before coming here, I went to Lifetime Fitness. I worked out. I went in the sauna, the steam room, the hot tub.
Nice, brother. Get it, bro.
No, but here's the point. I'm taking care of myself. Here's what happens. If I don't do that and I show up here.
Yeah, you're thinking about it the whole time. Yeah. It's been checked off your list.
So success is understanding you can't help anyone if you don't look after yourself first.
Yeah.
So it sounds, it's a selfish thing, yet with a unselfish consequence that comes from that.
No, that's definitely making me think too. You're right. You got to.
That's success for me.
Water from an empty cup, and if you don't fill your cup first, then how are you going to be filling others?
Exactly.
So and then success is what anyone else obviously individually defines it as. I just don't. I've got a truck that's got 130,000 miles in it. It's 2018, paid off. if I was younger, I would have probably had a Porsche or a Lamborghini or something of that nature, based on
Something
what I'm
about a
doing.
truck, huh? Something about a truck. I love my truck too.
No, but I enjoy it. The point, I think the world. Look, I don't think I'm not even on TikTok in terms of the last time I did a video promotion on like anything that I shown on there was probably like January this year. Meaning this, like no one finds me. If someone wants to hire me based on what they see on social media, they won't hire me. If someone actually gets to watch me give a talk or I teach lessons today, Kelly, I could be wrong, but as I was sharing certain things, were you taking notes on certain things I was teaching there? Right. So my point being is I have taught something during this podcast that Kelly's like, I didn't know that. Actually, that makes sense. You know what? When I talk in the future, I'm going to give someone a compliment when they don't react, and it's going to come across like because it's simple lessons, but success.
That make a big difference.
I always say some of the most simple lessons are so profound because they do make such a monumental difference, yet they're so simple.
Yeah, exactly.
So, no, but there you go.
Well, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. I know you wanted it quick and dirty. Got it done?
Last question.
No.
Go on. I can. Well,
meeting, bro.
all right.
This guy's like blowing my phone up.